It is the Dirty 30, or perhaps we can say the Thirsty 30. It is the Dirty 30 of 365. We have reached another milestone. Things are just coming along really beautifully. And I have a little scenario I want to tell you about that happened this morning at CrossFit. So I just got home from CrossFit about 2 hours ago. And today I was like totally wiped out. I mean, these are one of the days out when I got there, I was like, I should not have gone to class, but I couldn't cancel last minute. The hour time slot had passed and I didn't want to email them. And if I didn't show up, they would have blocked me for 3 days and I didn't want that. So, the whole week, my body was just wiped out. So I get there just to stand up, my legs are burning. And I was just like, maybe I should just go home. But I didn't, because Coach Buchanan was the coach and I love him. He's my favorite coach. And so we had to do this workout that was quite challenging for me. And at the end of it, we had to do a 20-minute conditioning piece that was consisted of box jumps, which are not, they're not one of my favorites. And we had to do like this dumbbell clean squat thing. We had to hold 2 dumbbells in our hand, start in a squat position, and then like turn it into an overhead press and go back down into a squat. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's complicated and it's not easy, and my legs were not having it. But anyway, I was trying to push through. So I used 2 10-pound dumbbells in my hands, and it was hard for me. Like anyway, I'm doing it, and then in the middle of the workout, Coach Buchanan comes over to me and he says, Tina, I think that's too easy for you. And I was like, no, it's not. Anyway, he brings over 2 15-pound dumbbells and he gives me those. And I do them. And guess what happened? It was easier than the 2 10-pounds. And by the way, I've never done more than 10 on that specific exercise. And I said it to him, I probably shouldn't have. And then I was like, this just seems so easy. And then he's like, well, I think you should do 20 pounds. So he brings 2 20-pound dumbbells and he gives it to me. And that wasn't that hard either, but I was smart enough not to say anything. So I'm doing it with the 20 pounds and I'm like, this is quite easy. And so I just started thinking about something one of my coaches used to say to me when I first started coaching, probably like 15 years ago. She used to say that a plane uses 90% of its fuel during takeoff. And CrossFit for me is all about mind training. It's me pushing past my boundaries in my mind, and it opens up my life more for me. Like when I push through my mind, my body follows, my life opens up. I move up to levels that I didn't think I could in a really short amount of time. So that's what it was, because I've never done 20 pounds in each hand before, and I probably wouldn't have, especially today when I was like wiped out. So if a plane uses 90% of its fuel during takeoff, that means that starting is the hardest usually, especially if it's something we're not good at or it's something we're not familiar with, because my mind, for me, it's gonna mark it as fear because it's the unknown. And my mind, my brain, the amygdala in my brain wants to keep me safe and it wants to protect me, so it's gonna keep me away from that. And this was just a really quick reminder of that. Starting, yes, I was wiped out, but once I got into it, my body was able to do so much more than I thought I was capable of or that I wanted to. So I thank Coach Buchanan for, you know what it is? I always go to my classes early, whether it's CrossFit, yoga, salsa, any class I'm taking. I go early. I always talk to my teachers. They always know what my goals are. They know what I want, and they push me to that. They always take extra notice of what I'm doing. So Coach Buchanan knows what my goals are, and he also looks at my videos, so he knows I'm looking to really excel in my life. And that's why he came over and he was eyeing me down, and he was like, girlfriend, 15, then 20. If I said anything, I probably would have ended up with 250 pounds at the end. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you. It's a plane uses 90% of its fuel during takeoff is something really good to remember when you're wanting to do something new. And I will see you tomorrow, and I thank you for joining me on the Dirty 30. Bye.